Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The United States of America tells Russia that Putin should take the deal on an immediate unconditional ceasefire. Why? Because the Russians are losing. So are these guys delusional? They're doing this for the baboons here? What's the point of saying something that is clearly untrue? I have here about 15 articles ready for you with maps to show you what occurred in Ukraine in the past 48 hours. And you tell me if that shows or proves that the Russians should take the deal because they're losing. I mean, this is, I think, how should I put it? Being delusional should affect you personally because you're going to make the wrong decisions and you're going to hit your head against the wall. But I think these guys know what reality is. I don't think they're delusional. They just play like that. Why? The show must go on. So let's start with the first article, where we have this at the United States at the United Nations Security Council. And this is what they say. This imbecile. Putin should take the deal, end quote, on an immediate unconditional ceasefire. Why? This is from the 2nd of June. They think that successful attack conducted by NATO using the Ukrainian drones in those 5 airfields is the game changer. That's it, man. That's the Stalingrad of the Ukraine war right now. Is changing the whole dynamics. It's not. It was a successful attack operation organized, conducted, overseen by NATO using the Ukrainians to hit, they say about 41 Russian bombers. It was a successful strike, operated and organized, I think, by the NATO generals, not by the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians have their own, they did something in this one. But the main point is who organized. I think it was the other guys. So these guys think that, the United States National Security Council meeting says Ukraine is not the obstacle to a ceasefire. Okay, it's Russia, correct? So Russia is the problem. Putin should take the deal. Why? Is he losing? According to these guys. Okay, so I'm going to go one by one to start showing you how Russia has been losing in the past 48 hours with evidence from the Ukrainians, mostly. Ukrainska Pravda, this is from yesterday, June 3rd. Russia attacks with 112 UAVs overnight, 60 down, 15 go off radar, strikes recorded. Okay, strikes recorded. So the Russians are still launching these things. Okay, next one. Russians occupy Kostiantynivka in Sumy Oblast. Now, Sumy is an oblast in Ukraine, not in Russia, just so you know. So the Russians are advancing nearby villages under threat. So I'm going to show you where that is. This is the map right here. I'm going to show you a different map that shows you where this occurs. So this is the border between Russia right here, and this is Ukraine. So it's right here. Let me show you on the map where that is. So this is the map of Russia. This is, the Russians, the Ukrainians, right? This is Sumy Oblast. You see that little thing over there, red little thing? That's the Russian invasion, as small as it is. But they're advancing. Now they're talking about this area here. So remember, this is Sumy. This is where this map shows. Where are you? Right here. You see this little thing? So it's right here in the south of this border, of the border. So that is right here. I have another map. I don't know if they already gave me. Right here. So it's exactly here. Kostiantynivka, Pikapakon, Novokapalova, Andriivka, and so on. I have 2 other articles right here. Kostiantynivka, Bakalivska. Right here. They're talking about this one. So the Russians are going to expand their offensive. Next one. Russians occupy 2 more settlements. Okay, this article with Kostiantynivka, Baga was from yesterday, right? And we have this one from today. Russians occupy 2 more settlements in Sumy Oblast. What does it tell you? They're advancing. The same map here, right? And they are advancing. They're pushing forward. And they tell us where those things are. Right here, Andriivka and Vodolahi. And we have the map, don't worry. It's right here. We got the same spot. And we're going to find, we had Vodolahi right here. Vodolahi right here, and Andrivivivka, Babavivka is right here. So the Russians are taking this area right here. They're advancing right here. I'm going to show you all this. And these guys are telling me what? That Putin should take the deal? Why? And I'm not over. Red Rover. Wait. All right, next one. This is according to Sputnik. Russian forces take control of Redkodub settlement in Donetsk People's Republic. And where is that located? Right here. I'm going to show you on a different map. So the Russians are advancing, and here is where the three oblasts meet. The Kharkiv, Donetsk, and Luhansk. All right, so I'm going to show you where this, actually they meet right here. This is the meeting point of the Luhansk, Donetsk, and Kharkiv Oblast. And where is this located on the map? I will show you. Now, you're not going to see it very well here, but I'm going to show you this map. And that is, remember, where the three oblasts meet. The three oblasts meet right here. Pak, pak, tsak. So this is the area. This is where they meet, right? So this is the area where the Russians are advancing and advancing towards Kharkiv and towards right here. So this is Luhansk, this is Donetsk, and this is Kharkiv. This is the area these guys show right here, correct? The meeting point, clap, 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 and it's right here at the southern border between Kharkiv and Donetsk, which is right here. Kharkiv, Donetsk. Let's go next. Not only that, they say the Russian armed forces have also taken control of the settlement of Kondratovka in Ukraine's Sumy region. The ministry added. Where is that? Right here. It's the same area where I showed you. So this is, let me make it like this. Again, this is the border between Russia and Ukraine. And this is Sudza, this is north of Sumy. Right there. There's the same spot where you have Kostiantynivka, where they, and Avdivka, remember that one, and Volodahi. So all this is located, let's go back to the big map, again, north of Sumy city, or town, or however you want to call it. So again, it's in this area, right here, north of it. And on the other map, remember Sumy, where are you? Right, Sumy is right here, so we go north of it, is in this area. Kindrativka, Andriivka, and then you have Volodahi. Where is the Volodahi, or whatever it's called? Andriy, come on, Volodahi. All right, here, Volodahi in here. Kindrakivka, Konstanivka, Andriy. So all this is already taken by the Russians. They advanced towards Khotin. One more, let me see here. Let's go to the next one. The Russians today, on the 4th, Russia launches over 20 drones at Odesa, damaging civilian infrastructure. Yeah, because they're just like doing that according to these guys. But my point is 20 UAVs, but I'm going to look at how many, where is that? I think it's the next one. They also destroyed something else. Forces attacked the bioethanol production plant. I will show you. That's another article where the Russians destroyed a bioethanol production plant. Oh, okay. So, Odesa, where is Odesa? With the 20 drones is by the Black Sea right here. So this is Ukraine. This is the Crimean Peninsula. This is Baboons in Romania. This is Odesa. So this is where the Russians struck with 20 drones. And that's not all. Russian drones destroyed bioethanol plant in Sumy Oblast overnight. Where is that located? They say it is located in the, where is that? Lebedin Hromada. So Lebedin Hromada is located right here. You see Sumy? We've been over there already 50 times. So Sumy is right here. Let me show you. This is where the Russians are operating, where they are offensive. This is Sumy. So it is kind of like southwest of it. This is where this Hromada is. And we can go on this map and we go from Odesa. We're going to go to Sumy again. So Sumy here, this is where the Russians are in an offensive, and that Hromada should be in this area. Remember, southwest, Lebedin, right here. So the Russians struck a biochemical plant right here. This is Pak, and Boom, boom. So that's where it occurred. But in the same article with Lebedin at the bottom, tell you that background: Russia launched 95 Shahed-type attack UAVs, drones, and other type of decoy drones against Ukraine on the night of 3 to 4. So 95 today. Yesterday 112. They're advancing and they're taking so many, occupy this, and then they occupy 2 more, and then these guys take over this in Donetsk and the other one in Sumy region. And then you have Odesa struck with 20 drones. Come on, baby doll. Right there. Odesa struck with 20 drones. Then you have these drones destroying the biochemical plant, right? In Sumy, bioethanol plant in Sumy Oblast. And I'm not over. Russian missile strike hit Ukrainian Ground Forces training unit in Poltava Oblast, injured reported, with a missile. Now this is today on Wednesday. But I have this one, which is, not this one, where are you, baby doll? This is from the 1st of June. Russia strikes Ukrainian troops' tent camp with Iskander missile. So they are pinpointing, why? Because I'm going to get me to the last article where we have Medvedev. So, Russian missile strike hits Ukrainian Ground Forces training unit in the Poltava Oblast. Let me show you where Poltava is. Shall we? Alright, Poltava is exactly here. So this is Sumy, where we've been so many times. This is Odesa right here. So this is Poltava Oblast. With Iskander, they destroyed these guys. Let's see what else. Russian forces launched a missile strike on one of the training units belonging to Ukraine. Remember, NATO trainers are over there located, not only the Ukrainians, unfortunately. The command reports that the strike has left personnel injured. Alright, so this is one. And the other one, Russian missile hits Poltava Oblast training unit. Injures, pop. Ukrainian soldiers, you see? Ukrainian soldiers, not NATO trainers. No. We can't say that one for the imbeciles here. And that gets me to this one from the 1st that I mentioned. And then we get to Medvedev. Surprise, surprise, clip. Russian retaliation inevitable. Medvedev. The former president has vowed retribution for recent Ukrainian attacks. And I'm going to show you something that will reveal everything I said. The Russians are continuing their war like they've been doing for the past 3 years. Russia will inevitably respond to recent Ukrainian attacks on its territory, despite continuing diplomatic efforts to reach a peaceful settlement of the conflict that will be decided by who wins in the territory. And right here, and I'm quoting Medvedev, our army is on an active offensive and will continue its push forward. Everything that needs to be blown up will be, and those who need to be eliminated will be. Now, put that together with all the articles I mentioned, and that tells you what? Russians are very much consistent. So Russia's consistency. Now, it is true there was a successful attack, but that's a battle. But we have a war. All right, my friends. So remember how I started this video? US at United Nations Security Council, and I'm quoting, Putin should take the deal on an immediate unconditional ceasefire. Why? Why would he do that? If that works for his own interest, or the Russia's interest, he would do it. But you don't dictate any terms. You're not winning. That guy is winning. So this is delusional, or this is just flexing muscles or something? What are you doing? And this is how these guys, if you read only this article right here, coming from Ukraine Forum, but it doesn't matter, it means you have to focus on what the Americans said. If you just read, this is the guy right there. I mean, we already lost. Look at him. My friends, look at him. We already lost by looking at him. And the Russians know it. And this guy is like, I know, with this guy, I'm fucked. And she's like, what am I doing here? And this guy is, yes, Putin should take the deal. Yes. Delusion? I don't think it's delusion. I think all this is made for the American and the Western audience to think, yeah, man, they're losing and they should take the deal because otherwise we're going to fuck them up, man. And some of them really believe that. Why? Because they still watch CNN, they still watch MSNBC, they still watch part of the Fox News, they still watch ABC News and all this legacy media. And you know what's strange? How many times do you need to start not trusting someone? How many times you need to be lied? One time? So if someone lies to you, now it depends on how big the lie is, but because that would accelerate your mistrust. So if someone lies to you, you know what? These are, I don't know, Nike, I'm just saying, Nike glasses, and actually they're Adidas glasses. Why would you lie? Are you crazy? But if someone lies to you about, I don't know, about $20 million, or lie to you about a family or something very important, you don't need 20 of these little lies to say, you know what, man, you're crazy, go and treat yourself or something, I'm done with you, You can take it as a joke. But the other one, you don't take it as a joke. So one lie, that's it. But these guys, watch CNN. They've been lied, my God, so not only CNN. I'm talking about the legacy media, the media operatives. They lie to you about Yugoslavia. They lie to you about Iraq. They lie to you about Afghanistan. They lie to you about, Gaddafi. They lie to you about Syria, Sadat, all the Ukraine. They lie, North Korea, Iran. All these things continuously. You can demonstratively lies. You can find them. They're there. And they still operate as news media outlets. They break the news for you, but they lied. Why do you watch? How many times you you watch them? The problem is this. Some segment of the population likes to be lied nicely. So that lie makes them feel more comfortable because they are cowards. They are afraid of life. And when they are afraid of life, they like to be lied. And then when they face reality, they just, that's it. And they die. Life destroys them. People like you and I will like to see the truth the way it is. Bare bone right there, because only like that you can fight against it. You can change the outcome of whatever is coming towards you. If you lie to yourself, it's going to come. You can't stop it. It's going to come to you. Instead of doing something, and again, you have to be objective. You have to look at it and say, this is reality, man. I'm failing. What can I do? But if you say, I'm winning, and it hits you like a train, freight train, mind you, what are you going to do? That's what they do. Instead of saying, wait, what the fuck? I have the power to change these things. Oh no, I'm nothing. Oh, I want you to be like that, my enemies. I want you to be like that because you will certainly lose. So here we have these guys. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.